I'm back in Martin, Tennessee with Beverly Claybrooks as we spend time at one of the oldest African American cemeteries in the city. Spaces like this hold deep history, memory, and the stories of people who helped shape this community. Join us as we reflect on the importance of preservation, remembrance, and telling the full story. Make sure to subscribe, share this video, and help us keep these histories alive. Peace. So I'm still here in Martin, Tennessee, riding around with Miss Beverly in a neighborhood, and it looks like she knows somebody. Let's look. She knows pretty much everyone that's here, of course. But there's a cemetery that's here that she said was the oldest African-American cemetery here in Martin, Tennessee. And so right now, that's what we are in the process of doing is finding it, because it's not easy to see. Hey, how you doing? No, you're fine. Enjoy your day. So I love cemeteries. If you all watch more of my YouTube videos, you'll see sometimes I am at, cemeteries, checking those out. For one, from a genealogy standpoint, especially if it's in the area where I had kinfolks, ancestors, because it's just like a lot of times you can just trace your family history in cemeteries by themselves, in cemeteries in general. But looks like we're coming up on a dead end here. So we're going to be turning around, as you see, the dead end sign, but she's still going. So maybe we're going to keep on going. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Let's see. Let me get you mic'd up here. Okay. You still repping them AKAs? Got the, I see you got the
little earrings today.
Yeah, got the earring today. Okay.
All right.
So the city keeps this up?
Yes, the city keeps it up.
Okay. And what's the name of the cemetery?
I have no idea what the name of it is. Most people don't even know it's here.
Really?
My mother, Miss Johnny Bell Caldwell, Ms. Rosemary Bigham, and one other lady, Miss Gurley Wagner, used to come out here and clean this property up.
Okay.
And at one time, it was told to us, and it really happened, but we don't know who did it. There were some young people out here. I guess the city had gotten to mow the property, and they just ran over a lot of the tombstones and leveled them.
Wow.
So it was a lot more out here.
Okay.
But I have no clue what the name of it is.
Okay. Is there a church that was associated with it at some point?
No.
Or? Really?
I just think that this is where we were placed at a certain point in history. So let's look at the headstones and look at some dates and names off of them.
Are there any families that you already know that's out here now that are still associated with the county?
There are names, but I wouldn't know the history of those people. Now, there's an Atkins right there.
1929.
I know Atkins.
There's Patterson.
That's James Lee Atkins.
It seems like it's a pretty old one right here.
Oh, yeah. And Pattersons. Yeah, there's family of Pattersons.
Okay.
This is
Ewell?
This was
Ewell D. Born November 1916, died 1917, so a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says Dumas twins.
Dumas twins.
Did you see
Oh,
that?
yeah, Ewell and Jewel. They both passed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that sucks. Ewell and Duel. Man.
Yeah.
This one died October the 21st, and this one passed July. My God, just imagine that. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one time, these were people in Martin, the families, but I would know nothing of the history of these families at that time.
So obviously people aren't still getting buried out here.
No, yeah. This is not where we're buried. We're out on the highway now. But it's what is so sad is that so many people don't have any idea
that it's even back here.
That it's back here. Don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
But I come out and check on it periodically, and the city does keep it mowed. They do that.
Okay.
Let's see if we can.
So many of them, like you said, they're toppled over, like this one right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You see? It's
Yeah.
just
But some of them were just knocked over, and this
Yeah.
was the result of that.
Yeah.
And they tried to maintain a little bit
Yeah, I
of
see
the
1909.
information
I see
on
a date
there.
of 1909.
Let's see
Let's see if we can
about
find some of
this
the
over
older ones.
here.
I was saying earlier while I was filming that this cemetery is a great way to trace your genealogy.
Yes, you are exactly right.
This looks
So
like
died.
1850 something,
Yeah,
and then 19.
30 something.
Yeah, it looks like 1930 something. So that's definitely 1850, maybe
Yeah.
1857.
And it looks like maybe is this Margaret? I can't tell. M-A-R-G. I can't tell really.
Yeah, I can't either.
And here's one.
1887.
This one's 1887.
Smith. Yep, the Smith
Miss
family.
Pearl Smith.
Know some Smiths?
Yeah,
Okay.
I knew a Pearl Smith, but not this one. I
Right,
guess
right.
she was related to her.
Yeah.
1887. There were a lot of Smiths here.
This one's pretty interesting over here. It has a green cross, it looks like. Maybe the ones further back are the most are the older.
Yeah,
ones.
probably.
Let's see what this one says. Okay, I see 1840. 1840. Right there, it says 1840. Maybe
So
this.
Taylor was born.
Yeah, Taylor up top. This is pretty interesting. How they did that.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah. But that says
That's
1840. It looks like that
yes.
person died in 1840.
Yes.
So, yeah. That's the oldest one that we've seen
Yeah.
thus far.
Let's see about this one over here.
And so what is this community called here in Martin? Is there a community name connected to this? Or
This is
it's just
just
a regular
K Street extension
just K
of
Street
Martin.
extension?
Yes.
Okay. As far as the archives in the county and things like that, do they have records, perhaps?
Well,
or
I talked to a person at City Hall regarding this, and he told me that they didn't have records on it. But, there's got to be records
sure.
someplace.
Oh, for sure.
And so that's another task that I have among the many tasks that I have,
Yeah.
is to get all the information that I possibly can.
Okay. So 1858
this
and
is-
1921,
Yeah.
right here. April 15th, 1858 is when this person was birthed. So we're getting pretty far back as it relates
Right.
to
And this probably was,
Footstone.
headstone at one time.
Yeah.
Of course,
And
that
right here.
was.
Yeah, for sure.
This one's demolished. That's one of them that was knocked over.
Like
It
so many. I mean,
appears.
I mean,
These look
So many
pretty.
of them are knocked over.
We're going to take a look at that in a few minutes.
Yeah. Let's do that. Sorry if this wind is blowing. And it seems like right here, the same thing.
Uh-huh.
You had the same setup as it relates to
I wonder
was,
what that means.
pitched
I have
in
no
there.
idea.
Yeah.
And I cannot make out that name.
Scholfoy? You ever heard that surname?
No, I've never
Scholfoy?
heard that name.
Samuel Scholfoy. June 28, 1890, died 1920, age 80.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait, no. Age 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Wilkins,
Yeah, we
1918.
know a lot of Wilkins.
1882 to 1925. So that's another one right there. I mean, then clearly there's depressions that are all through
Yes.
here. You can see where there's way more people
Yes.
that, of course, buried out here. Would this be, so you're saying that this would be the oldest African American cemetery here?
Yes.
Okay. Is Martin the oldest town in the county, or?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know if it is or not.
Now, with some of these surnames that we're seeing, are they associated with some of the original churches that are here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All those names I can put, except the one I'd never heard before.
The Scholfoy?
It would be with a certain church.
Okay.
Or church family.
This one looks really interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. It looks like somebody put this one on top.
Yeah.
Here, they tried to at least keep it together in some way, shape, or form. August the 11th, 1868. So this person was born in 1868 at least. We know that.
1868.
All right, what do we got here?
This is very interesting.
Yeah. No words on this side. Maybe on the other side?
Let's see.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Here we are.
Okay, yeah, I do see it. Is it wood?
It looked like woods. Yeah.
Is that a name connected to it?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I can't see the year.
Yeah. But
Let's
I
see,
mean,
it's
just the
something
whole
on
setup
this
is
side.
maybe that's the
Yeah.
husband and wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is quite interesting, for sure.
Yes.
1880 to 1901
Yeah.
right here.
I can't tell much about that one.
Yeah. It looks like down here, the words are a little bit more clear on some of these folks. So, as it relates to the proximity of this cemetery, what African American communities or churches are closest to here?
Oak Grove Baptist Church is closest
Where we
because
were
it's
at.
on K Street. Yeah, the original one.
The
Yeah,
original one.
That's the closest to this.
Okay. But that's still quite a ways, though. I mean, if you're thinking about, like, we're talking about, we got people that are buried in the 1800s here. That's still a good ways away. I mean, we drove it, so it was easy.
Right.
But if you're walking it,
that's a different story.
Yeah. Okay, so there's
here
more
we
that
go
have
with
that.
this again.
Yeah.
Lawler.
Okay.
All right. So
Lena.
I know the Lawlers. I attend church with them now. And
that says, it looks like it's Lena
was
Lawler.
born in 1849
to 1908. I just love these right here. How
they're beautiful.
I haven't seen these before. If anyone has seen these before in cemeteries, please let me know. Comment.
Oh, I will.
There's a Burnett right there. And here's another Lawler. Farnes T. Lawler.
1872, 1915.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lawlers are a very prominent family here.
Okay. And here's another one right here. Again, you got the design.
I wonder if that's that same family.
Just Lawlers. This would be the Lawlers row, if you will. This looks like it's an ER right there as well. So I think these are the Lawlers, like all around here. This is just where the Lawlers are at. I think it's a good possibility.
It's interesting.
Okay, so on the back right here, on the back of this one, it has his details. So 1855, it looks like.
Yeah.
And died at 28 years old. Yeah. And down there, you know there has to be graves down there.
Yeah.
Surrounded by farmland. I'm glad that the city takes care of it, and I hope that
the
if
city
there's some
takes care
descendants
of
that
it.
come out here, or some descendants that see this with these surnames here, hopefully you're able to come out here and pay respect and have some type of involvement in making sure that these people are
the plan
remembered.
is that we as African American citizens need to do a better job of this. The city takes care of the grounds, but we need to research the information.
For sure.
And talk to families. You know, probably tonight I will talk to Miss Amy Lawler. She's our oldest living church member.
Okay.
And she might know about some of these.
Yeah. Ernest
Lawler. So
is it
I'm
Ernest or
quite
Farnes?
interested in finding out about that. But had not my mother and those other ladies continued to come out here and clean the cemetery, I never would have known it was here.
Right.
And so many people say, "What? Are you serious?" Yes, it's here.
Yeah, it's here for sure. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just have a thing where at first, at one point of time, I didn't like coming to cemeteries
Yeah.
because, and this was when I was younger, because I thought it represented the end.
Yeah.
And that's all I saw was the end of life. I didn't necessarily see all the stuff that you can do great in between, or the people
Right.
that I was visiting at the cemetery, their life that they left in between, or the
Right.
legacy that they left. And so now I come to cemeteries and it's more peaceful for
Yeah.
me versus anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, okay, this is pretty interesting.
Yes.
What do we got? Wow.
What?
I have,
What is this? It's almost like
it says
tomb.
1917.
I'm not sure.
Is it? Yeah, I don't
I
want to really
don't know
stick my.
about this one.
If anyone knows, please let us know. It's cracked all
May.
the way. So if there's a body that was in there, it's definitely decomposed now. But
Yeah, but look, it looks like it
what's in
possibly
there? Yeah.
was. And that's interesting that in this time they would have this.
1917 is when this person passed. It
that-
looks like they died. They were born 1881.
Yeah.
1881.
And died
passed in
when
1917.
1970.
So
Yeah.
who would this be though?
Well, I'm not going to be too
Solage?
inquisitive, but I've got to look a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it wasn't anyone stealing.
Did we go to that one
You in the far corner?
over there?
No. No, we didn't.
Okay. But there's so much of our history that has been lost, and so much of our history is an oral history.
For sure.
And if you didn't know someone that knew someone,
Yeah.
hey, you know, you
You're
would never
completely
know.
lost.
And so it's up to us now to dig up all that we can.
Yeah. It's imperative.
Did we look at Walter Phelps?
No, we didn't. He's a veteran.
I have a cousin, the funeral tomorrow is Neil Phelps.
Yeah, that's my family's
Let's
last
see,
name.
Walter Phelps,
You know, my
1892.
real last name shouldn't be, it's not Murphy. So what I found out recently, when I mean recently, I mean like within the past 4 months, is that my great-grandfather, Edward Murphy, his stepfather was a man named Murphy, who went down and changed his name, he and his brother Balaam's name, to Murphy from Phelps. And his mother, and this was like in the like 1910, 1900. You know, he didn't have to go get permission from the mother. Like women didn't have a voice, and so I found in the census in 1900, he was actually listed as Edward Phelps, and as a stepson versus Edward Murphy, and so my last name really should be Phelps versus Murphy, and I just found that out.
Oh my
I found that out about
goodness.
about 3 months ago. So I've been looking for a Phelps. So
Well,
if there are
we've
any
got a
Phelps out there, y'all
right
let me know.
here. Yeah, Walter R. Phelps,
Yeah,
1892, died in U.S. Army
1918.
at what, Camp Greenville, North Carolina? Is that what that is?
Camp Green, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know where that's at?
No.
I know exactly where that's at.
Let's see. Faithful. Is that faithful brother? Sleep on and take thy rest. Gee whiz. And it is in such great condition.
Yeah. Camp Green is in Charlotte.
In Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a Camp Green in Charlotte.
1892.
It was a training camp
my
that was there
goodness.
in Charlotte. It was a training facility where the 3rd and the 4th Infantry were at.
All right.
Yeah. So he was around my way.
Yeah.
So this one is off in the corner. Let's check it out. Now, do you know any of the families that are around here?
Well, only
In
I know the
these
family
houses?
that live out here. No, I don't. Well, my good friend, the lady I stopped and spoke to,
Yep.
she just moved out here.
Okay.
So that's the only person that I really know.
Okay.
I've had friends that lived out here, but they moved in other areas now.
So you can't really go anywhere in town without people knowing you is what I'm seeing.
Right.
The local rock star. I love it.
Just a dedicated old lady, that's all. That's
you.
trying to do her best.
I got you. All right. So it looks like it's going to be on the other
Maybe
side.
some on this side.
Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Williams. Frank D. and Annie M.
M.
Williams. Know those folks?
No, but I know a lot of Williams.
Know a lot of Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many other predominantly African American cemeteries are there? Are any of them
There's just
connected to the
one.
church?
There's one.
Just one.
Here in Martin, they're in every little small town has their own African American cemetery.
So
Ours is on the. I'll show you where it is.
but what about church cemeteries though? So I haven't seen any of these black churches that we've had, and maybe that's because they're closer into town, that have their own cemetery that sits off to the side or behind it.
Well, there are some, like there is one. I'm trying to think. I want to be exact. I'll just say it like that. There are yet some,
Okay.
but in Martin, not African American. However, there are some Caucasian churches that have
The cemetery.
a cemetery,
Church.
but we don't. Not in Martin, but they're in
Which
other
is strange.
places.
Which is strange because you normally see that, especially during the time period during segregation. You know,
Yeah.
you just kind of had a one-stop shop right there.
Yeah,
But I guess not so much.
not so much
Here.
Here.
Okay. So are we going to be able to go to the farm?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. And the farm that we're going to go to is a brother whose daughter is still alive, if I
Daughter's
remember
still
correctly,
alive,
and
yeah.
he was the largest black landowner.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They are my cousins.
Okay. And from what I
Okay,
understand,
this
soy.
Silvertooth, Thomas Silvertooth.
Okay.
I know the Silvertooths.
I've never heard of that surname.
Yeah, I knew those. They went.
Tom
They were.
Silvertooth.
They went to McCabe United Methodist Church. If I look at headstones, I can tell you just by in my time period what church that their family was
Belonged to.
affiliated with.
Yeah.
I
So-
guess that's part of small town USA.
Oh,
though.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So, to my understanding, soy is the main crop that's here.
Yeah, soybeans.
Soybeans.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, was this a soybean farmer?
I have no idea. I'm not the farm girl. I can answer stuff, but anything like that.
I got you.
When you talk with Ann in a little bit, she'll be able to give you all that kind of information.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, they have a
another one
huge farm. Wonder what that.
Maybe able to see a name. What's that? No,
What?
no.
Well,
Rest in peace. We know you're there. All right. Well.
I
this
just
is
imagine.
Martin's
I
oldest
think
African American cemetery.
yeah. I imagine at one time that it was full because this would have been the only place that they could use for burial.
Yeah, for sure. And again, still, there's a lot of depressions that you see.
Yeah,
on the
you
ground.
can
Even
see
while
where they
walking on
were.
it, you
Yeah,
can feel your feet
you
sinking.
know.
I always feel bad too when I'm walking in cemeteries
Right.
that you don't see the headstones because you just like you
I
tiptoeing.
imagine
like,
this is where many of slaves were buried.
Well,
That's what
yeah, I
I've
mean-
always felt like.
Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
clearly, some of those folks.
when we look at the
the
dates back there, you
Yeah.
know.
That's for sure.
But yeah, But I am thankful that it's kept up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now it's just our responsibility to come out and
yeah,
Do what
and
we
to
need to
help.
do.
It would be nice that if we even came and brought flowers sometimes.
Yeah.
There's so much that we can do.
for sure. That's a call to action.
Yes.
Not only here in Martin, Tennessee, but wherever you're at.
Yes.
There's a cemetery that's there. Go show some folks some love because when I go, at least for me, I feel like my spirit's still going to be alive. And I'm going to be dwelling in these spaces, walking around. And
All
so
right.
I want my kids, I want my cousins, I want folks to come and say what's up. And even strangers too. So we just finished up here and we're going to head to the farm now.
Yep.
Okay,
Going
let's
to
do
the
it.
farmland.
Sounds good. About how far we got? My gas light's
Oh,
on,
about-
so
What now?
my gas light's on.
You better go to the service station.
Really? We're going farther out?
Yeah, we're going further out in the opposite direction. We're
Okay.
going back over by McCabe and go out that way.
Is it a gas station that way?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop
Yeah.
there. So I got to be honest, I have a bad habit of riding or driving till gas light comes on. It's a bad habit. I didn't get a lot of characteristics from my father, but the low fuel thing, that is definitely something that Frederick Darnell Murphy did often. And as a kid, when I would ride with him, which wasn't often, I would be scared to death and felt like I was gonna have to walk the whole way, wherever we were going. So there's that. All right, made it to the gas station, and obviously you all know what's happening in the world right now. And gas is just through the roof right now, which sucks because, when traveling, it gets expensive. And right now it's $3.24. Like last month before all this attacks and everything, it was definitely not that. I was getting gas at $2.80 or something like that. And so now it's higher, and hopefully it doesn't continue to go higher because it will definitely affect my travel. So I'm praying that there's some type of peaceful resolve and that lives are saved and we don't have to keep battling this out because it's just ridiculous. War affects every aspect of humanity, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially.